Very good morning to all my students. Today I'm going to start with a poem, the first poem of the book, and the name of the poem is My Mother at 66 by Kamala Das. Before starting the summary of the poem, I will start with a short biography of the poetess Kamala Das. Kamala Das, a very well-known poetess to all, and we will know about her. We will know more about her. She was born in the year of 1934 on 31st March. Okay, and she was a very great writer, a short story writer, a poetess, a novelist, and all. Her occupation was to write poetry, and she was novelist and short story writer as well. Okay, and she used to write columns as well. So she was popularly known by her one-time pen name. What was her one-time pen name? Madhavi Kutti. And her married name was Kamala Das. Okay, and some awards, many awards she had achieved, and among all, here are some name of the awards: Vayalar Award, Matlathu Varke Award, Kerala Sahitya Academy Award for Story, Asian Poetry Prize, then Kent Award, and many more are there. She was an Indian English poet as well as a leading Malayalam author from Kerala, India. So she was an English poetess, as we know, and she was very much well known. She was well known in Kerala. She was a Malayalam author in Kerala. Okay, from Kerala actually, India, and she was popularly known in Kerala, especially for her short stories and autobiography. But her field in English literature is noted for the poem and explicit autobiography. Okay, so it's quite simple to understand. In Malayalam, she was popularly known for her stories, short stories, and autobiography. But in English field, English language, English literature, she was known for her poetry and autobiography as well. And she was also a widely read columnist, and she was a columnist as well, and wrote on diverse subjects like women issues, child care, politics, and other. And her notable work among the all, some of them are Antikatha, My Story, The Descendants, Alphabet of Last, The Old Playhouse, and other poems, Summer in Calcutta, etc. These are some notable works of Kamala Das, including our today's poem, My Mother at 66. So this is something we have come to know about our poetess Kamala Das, and she was died on 31st May in the year of 2009. Okay, so this is all about Kamala Das. There are many things to know about her, but this is just a short piece of biography about her. Okay, so now I will start with an introduction of the poem. Okay, this poem is about a daughter and a mother, where a daughter is trying to communicate between the relationship with her mother. Actually, she lives in Cochin, and she has visited her mother here while she was returning back to Cochin. It was a journey from home to airport, and she was driving, and her mother was sitting beside her. Her mother was looking so pale and lifeless. She was very much pained to see her mother in this condition. While going to the airport, she saw from the car window, she saw some children were playing outside with joyful heart, and she made a comparison, actually contrast between them, between the children and her mother. She was worried about whether she will be able to meet her mother again, because it seems that she is not going to live for long. It gave a great pang in her heart, and she was feeling the same pathetic situation. She was undergoing with the same pathetic situation when she was departing from her mother for the first time. Now I will just give you an introduction of the story, and then I will just read out the summary from here, and then we'll explain line by line. Okay, just listen to it very carefully. In this poem, the poetess is communicating on the relationship between a mother and a daughter when they cannot afford to be together for long. So she is trying to get the communication between her and her mother, and we have come to know just by knowing few lines that they were not able to meet every day. The daughter lives in a long distance, and they are not capable of meeting every day or staying together. The poetess is going to catch the plane at Cochin. Her old mother, pale and sick, is also accompanying her to the airport. So, her mother was also going to bid her goodbye because she was leaving for her workplace. The mother looks colorless like a dead body. So, how does the mother look? She looked colorless, no charm, no life. She was looking like a dead body. She is unlikely to live for long. The poetess doubts if she will be able to meet her again. She looks out of the car and finds young trees racing past. She also notices happy children running out of their houses. They stand for a healthy and hopeful life. So there is a contradiction the poetess has made between the children and the mother. You see, the mother is a representative of of something which is going to be decayed. On the other hand, the children are an imagery or the representative of life, of happiness, of a healthy and hopeful life. Okay, the old mother is nearing the end. The poetess becomes shaky, but she tries to cheer up the old woman. With a smiling face, she promises to see her mother again. So, though she know the fact, though she know that the end has been approaching, still she is trying to cheer up her mother with a smiling face. When she was departing, she hold a smiling face, and she was behaving in such a way so that her mother could not understand the pathos and the pain she was undergoing. And her expression was showing a belief that she will be again meeting her mother. Okay, this is a simple introduction of the poem. So now I'm just reading the summary. It's almost same. You have already got the idea about the poem and its gist and its theme. Okay, the poetess was on her way back to Cochin the previous Friday morning to catch a flight. So she was going in the car, she was driving it, taking her mother beside, and to catch the flight. Her mother was seated beside her in the car. The old woman started feeling drowsy. So as she was aged, and it happens with us as well, when we travel, we feel drowsy sometimes. And she was aged woman. She was feeling drowsy, and she fell asleep, half sleep actually. She had her mouth open. So when she was feeling drowsy, she was half asleep. Okay, her mouth was open. It happens. It's very natural, and of course she was aged. Her face looked pale and ash colored, as that of a dead body. So how she was looking? With the age, she has become so pale and dull looking. Ash colored face, as if it was a dead body. The poetess became panicky. She thought that her mother would not live long. She was deeply pained. So when she was looking at her mother, uh, she was very much pained. She was very much depressed. She was with a disheartened heart. She was thinking that she will not be able to meet her mother again, which is a very pathetic condition for a daughter or for a child of a mother or parents, to know the fact that parents are not going to live for long. It's a very pathetic condition for a child, pathetic situation. Anyway, so she tried to overcome her fear. She was afraid that she will be losing her mother very soon. Very soon means it's not that too late. So she was very much afraid about the thought. She looked out of the window to just get rid of the thoughts. What she has done. She just looked out of the window just to divert his mind. The young trees appeared to be running back at full speed as the car was moving. So we know that it seems that the outside things are just running with us. It's going back. It's going to the opposite of us. She also saw cheerful children coming out of their homes. Cheerful children, all happy children are coming out of their home to play outside. They were in sharp contrast to her own aged mother. So, as I said, it was a sharp contrast between them, the aged mother and the joyful children. And they reached the airport and passed through the formal security check. And from the distance of a few yards, the poetess looked at her mother again. So, all the formal checkings when they reached the airport, when the girl poetess get to the airport, get into the airport, all the formal checkings were done, and she was looking to her mother from a distance. Okay, the mother was weak and pale like the moon in a late winter night. In a late winter night, how does things look? Things look like pale, colorless, lifeless. So the same happened in the perspective of the poetess. The poetess mother was looking pale and colorless like a moon in a late winter night. The sight of her revived the narrator's old childhood fear of being away from her mother. So the sight means that vision of her mother made her remember about her childhood when she was leaving her mother or just going away from her mother for the first time, and it was very fearful moment for her. There was no hope of improvement in her condition. So the poetess knew that there is no hope of improvement of her mother's health. And but before bidding her farewell, though she was much aware of all the fact, she was aware of everything, but she did not reveal it through her expression, and could not let not her mother understand about her inner feeling. So with a smiley face, she bade goodbye or farewell to her mother. And what she did, she just smiled and expressed hope to see her again. She smiled in such a way that was showing her hopefulness, her a positive side, her hopefulness to meet with her mother again. So this is the end of the summary, and and of course, to understand a poem, it's just not about reading it. It's about understanding. It's about analyzing. It's about to understand the objective, what the poet or poetess has tried to convey through his or her poem. So I hope you will read the poem first, then we will go through the summary, and then we will try to analyze the entire theme and the summary of the poem. And this is a very beautiful poem about a mother and a daughter, and a very pathetic one to know, for a child to know the condition, the very dreadful condition of a parent. So read it properly and try to understand it. I hope you will be able to understand, and after that the following question answers and everything will be given in the next class. Thank you, and let me know if you have any problem. Good day.